everyone, hope you all are doing really well. Welcome to the English Academy. In this video, we are going to cover chapter number 5 of the novel A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett. This chapter is titled as Becky, which is a new character in the novel. Let me tell you a bit about it. Becky is a young girl. She is a scullery maid at Miss Minchin's seminary. She is unfortunately underpaid. Miss Minchin does not pay her well. Although she is a very hard-working girl, she is young, innocent, polite, kind-hearted, and is going to be Sarah, one of the Sarah's friend. But still, she is not given that much importance in the seminary. Rather, because she is poor, she has given so many chores at the same time, which is actually a burden for her. She becomes tired so many times, but still Miss Minchin does not want to give any privilege to her. Rather, she has been scolded unfairly so many times. So let's start this chapter. In chapter 5 of A Little Princess, Sarah encounters a grimy scullery maid named Becky. Later, Sarah finds a thoroughly exhausted Becky sleeping in her armchair. One day, what happened? Becky was cleaning the rooms and she also came to Sarah's room, and she was that much tired, exhausted, that she fell asleep in Sarah's armchair. Sarah wakes the terrified girl, shares her cake, and offers to tell her stories daily, making Becky feel valued. Also, Becky is not given enough food so that she can fill her stomach. So she was also very hungry, right? But Sarah, because Sarah is there for everyone to help them out, so she offers her cake. She give space in her room. She also offered her services to tell stories, in the way to tell stories, and in order to make feel Becky valued, that she is someone who can be valued as well. One day she was getting out of the carriage where she sees a little dingy figure standing on the stairs and watching her. Sarah smiles at the person who runs away. Later that day, she sees the same girl enter the room as she is telling stories to the other pupils about mermaids. She is the same girl, means Becky. Lavinia points out snortily that this girl has been listening, and the girl runs away. When Sarah is annoyed, Lavinia says that it's unseemly to tell stories to servant girls. There is a rule in Miss Minchin's seminary or boarding school, you can say, that servant girls are not supposed to be around the girls learning over there, right? So, same goes for Becky. She was not allowed to talk to the students in the school, she was not allowed to share anything with them. Rather, she was just restricted to her work. Sarah assures her that it's okay and even invites her to sit down and have a slice of cake. Then she says that Becky can listen to her stories anytime she wants to. Becky was terrified because, as I told you, that Miss Minchin was being very strict with servant girls, especially with Becky, because she is poor girl, and she does not allow her to, do anything else except the chores or the work given by her. She wanted, because she is also a young girl, so she wanted to listen to the stories tell by Sarah. But because she was terrified by Miss Minchin as well, so she was a bit reluctant to listen, right? But Sarah tried to make her comfort, try to give her the comfort zone, and said that she can also listen to her stories. In this chapter, the focus shifts to Sarah's exceptional storytelling abilities, which endear her to her classmates and intrigue others around her. In this chapter, you will also encounter that how Sarah's storytelling ability is being prominent among the girls. Sarah's stories Sarah's stories captivate not only the children at Miss Minchin's school but also inspire a bond with a new supporting character, a young servant girl named Becky. Sarah's poignant tales come alive through her expressive gestures and voice, allowing her to transport listeners into fantastic worlds filled with the princess and adventures. As I told you before, if you have watched the videos posted on the channel earlier, or I must say that the very first video of this novel where I introduced Sarah. So I told you that she has that much. incredible storytelling ability that the listener started to imagine whatever she is telling. Right, her imaginative narratives become a powerful medium for connection and escape, highlighting her innate talent for storytelling. On a foggy winter afternoon, Sarah catches a glimpse of Becky, a timid and dirt smudged girl. Watching her from a distance, Sarah's kind hearted nature leads her to smile at Becky, who then nervously goes away. While telling a captivating story in class, Sarah notices Becky, who is cleaning the fireplace, listening intently despite her fear of authority. Captivated by the story about mermaids and princes, Becky becomes so absorbed that she forgets her work duties. This moment of connection underscores Sarah's belief that stories should be shared regardless of social standing, setting the stage for their developing friendship. One day, Sarah was telling stories about mermaid to her classmates. Becky was also there for some cleaning purpose. The story was that much interesting that. Becky also started to listening it, and when Sarah saw it, she feels really good as already wanted Becky to listen her stories. As the chapter progresses, Sarah's concerns for Becky grows as she learns more about the harsh conditions she endures as a scullery maid. Becky, marked by her exhausting labor, yearns for moments of warmth and comfort, and Sarah empathizes with her troubled life. Their worlds collide when Sarah finds Becky asleep in her luxurious sitting room, an act that initially fills Becky with dread. However, Sarah treats her not as a servant but as an equal, offering kindness and understanding. The unlikely friendship beings to bloom, fueled by shared stories, the promise of magical things to be happen, ultimately transforming their perspective on reality and each other. What happened one day, again Becky came to Sarah's room, and she has always been tired and exhausted because she has overburdened with lots of work. So she finds a cozy place at Sarah's room because Sarah has given such facilities that she can burn the coal in the room, and she has a luxurious bed and armchair, everything. So she actually found the room very comfortable, and suddenly, in a spark of movement, she fell asleep. So when Sarah saw it, instead of scolding her, she did not let her awake, um, until and unless she is done with her sleep, right? This chapter serves as poignant reflection on socio-economic divides and the healing power of kindness and creativity. Through her interactions with Becky, Sarah embodies the spirit of a true princess, not defined by wealth or status, but by her compassion and ability to uplift those around her. That's mean that being a princess is not only about being having the power or authority. It's all about compassion, kindness, and the ability to help everybody out, right? That's make a person a real prince or princess. Only having the power does not work every time, right? As Sarah resolves to share her stories with Becky, she expresses her desire to bring joy and imaginative adventures to a life otherwise marked by hardship, thereby illustrating the profound impact that small acts of kindness can have on individuals navigating the struggles of their reality. Students, the last lines which I told you simply means that whatever you can do, even a little thing for others, the ones who are suffering in front of you, in your surroundings, anywhere, if you see someone whom you can help out in any way, even with a little deed, so just go for it, right? Sarah at this time was not, did not provide very, what should I say, a very great deal of effort or something like this. She was having an ability to tell his stories, so the people can, she herself and the other listeners can also imagine whatever she is telling. So she took this the advantage of her disability and started to tell Becky the stories, right? Even for a while, although it was for a short period of time that Becky got the free time to meet Sarah. It was usually when she comes to her room for cleaning purpose, but still Sarah share her stories with her in order to make her comfort for a bit time, right? So being a prince, being a princess, is not only about, as I told you, having authority, power, or whatever other facilities, but it's also about the kindness, right? If you have power, if you have authority, if you are that much strong and powerful that you can help anybody out, so please go for it. Do not wait for anybody else. Then please offer your help. And obviously good deeds are going to have good results, right? So it was all from chapter number 5 of the novel A Little Princess, Becky. I hope the chapter is clear to everybody. Still, you, if you have any query, any question, you can ask me in comment section. And for chapter number 6, you need to subscribe the channel and watch the video, which is going to be posted very soon. So till the next video, take care, goodbye.